So you say you'd like to start your own business, be your own boss, and pursue your passion. That's exciting, an exciting thing to do. So how do you get started with that? How do you start on that adventure? Well, you could hang out a sign and start to work, but that probably could get you into trouble. You need to do some research, and one of the first things you need to do is determine what business form you will structure your business with. So what forms are available to you? The simplest form is a sole proprietorship. Many of us have seen people driving throughout our neighborhood with a pickup truck and mowers in tow. They're probably a sole proprietorship. And a sole proprietor has full control over his business, shares. He doesn't have to share the profits, he has to pay tax, but he's fully liable for all his expenses and his actions. Now, another way that people start a business is with a friend. A friend may have the mower and you have the pickup truck, and together you work and share the responsibilities and share the profits. Now, this is called a partnership. Partnerships are a little more complicated. You really should have a formal agreement defining partners' responsibilities, authority for decision making, percentage ownership, and share of profits to minimize misunderstandings and conflicts between partners. And one danger in partnerships is all the partners are jointly and individually responsible for the partnership's liabilities and debts. Following the lawn care example, we see extended cab utility trucks with a number of employees and equipment in tow, and you might see on the side of their truck Turf Masters, LLC. Well, LLC tells us that the business is a limited liability company. The limited liability company is a distinct legal entity, and it provides the owners with liability protection and also gives them some flexibility on how they go about being taxed. In our travels around, we've probably seen trucks with a little logo, a green thumb sticking up. And we look a little more closely and we see a comma INC. That tells us that the business is incorporated as a corporate entity, a corporation. Now, corporations, I'm going to look at my notes again, because corporations have a legally mandated officers, required meetings, required reports, and extensive record keeping. They issue stock to the owners, and the owners are not personally liable for the corporation's obligations. In each of these examples that I've shared, each business was larger and more developed than the previous one. Now, that's not to say that the individual with his pickup truck could not choose a corporate entity for his business structure. The purpose that I had here is to highlight that as you move from a sole proprietorship to a corporation, the structure becomes more complex in form and expensive to create and regulate it. Now, each business form has unique characteristics in dealing with issues of control, personal liability, capital, taxation, profit sharing, record keeping, and reporting. There's a lot to consider. Do your research. Choose the structure that best fits your needs. Best wishes on your adventure.